Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the June 23rd edition of Morning Mindset. And believe me, it's going to be a doozy. You're going to love what I've done so far today at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Good morning, Morning Mindset. Hello, how are you today? Remember, when you get in here, let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what's in your cup and what the weather is like in your area. How it is. It says it is 65 and sunny, but I'm assuming that that's going to update soon because I think it's warmer than that. I did go outside because I had to let dogs out. Because I am Mr. Mom yesterday, today, tomorrow, Sunday. Because Corey, the birthday girl, happy 29th birthday to Corey. She is down at TumblerCon and having a ball down there. And I did not forget it was her birthday. We may have a private chat, a group chat. Somebody may have wished her happy birthday before I did anywhere, but because I just got busy, and I wait till I see her, then I realize she's not here because, she's not. But it's been a long morning already. I've been in here working since about 4 this morning because I couldn't sleep, so figured might as well get some work done. It's back to the weather. It's going to be hot today. It's going to be hot. We're not July hot yet, but we're close. It will be July hot here real quick, but it's going to be hot. So we got that going on in the area today. But most importantly, before we get clear off the rails, I need your list of 5 things. What are 5 things you are going to do today? I know it can be troublesome at times to make that list because you have that huge list that's just overwhelming, but just break it down in pieces, break it down to those 5. So our 5: print DTF. I've got invoices that need done. I've got mock-ups that need done. I've got product that needs added to the websites, and I've got to get stuff shipped out. Those are my 5 most important things to do today. So that's what we're going to do. I've already worked on some of the mock-ups. I've already tried updating the website, but there's a couple things I need to fix on that. But I'm working. Now, I have a question. We're going to check in, but while I'm doing my check-ins, I'm going to have a question for you. It is 8:30 a.m. and this might be an out of left field question, but I want to know what's the earliest in the morning you started drinking, like alcohol? And that could either be from you drinking alcohol, on purpose or accidentally, mimosas, think that, but just, what's the earliest in the morning you started drinking on a Friday morning on June 23rd? What's the earliest you started drinking? I've got a fun little story. Currently, what's in my cup is this amazing. Oh, this is amazing. This Alania Witch's Brew. It's caramel apple. Oh my God, it's amazing. I love it. But as we get back to that, I need to know what your earliest is, and then we're going to have a fun little story time with that. So Darren, good morning to you, my friend. And Barb checking in. Good morning from north central Minnesota, where it is 62, cloudy, rain starting this afternoon through the weekend. We need the rain. It is dry here. We had some rain. It looks, I think on Sunday, it's supposed to rain. I do believe it's what's supposed to rain. Orange Gatorade in the cup. Well, that's a new one for Barb. Orange Gatorade in the cup. And her 5 things. She is invoicing. She's put samples together for meeting with school athletic director, embroider kitchen towels, digitizing, and print laminate handbag pattern. That sounds like a great day. And Sarah, good morning to you. Renee says it is 76 in Chicagoland, on the way to 90s again. Water in the bottle. Yeah. See, they're nice. I think that's what we're on too, but mine thing still says it's 65. I'm going to go look and see what the other one says that it is, and then I'll know for sure, because this one says it's 65, and I don't quite believe that if Renee is 75, because that means that's way hotter over there. Not that far away. Yeah, it is 75. It says the sun is shining, but it looks jaundice. That's what my weather app says. So that one has not been updated yet. And what's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Miss Mom, it is currently 73 and cloudy there in Central Florida. No cup yet. So we are same temp here, early and sunny. Mr. Mom is going well. We had no major, we did have a few meltdowns last night, but it was because I think they just played a little too hard. They get those summertime headaches when you just, playing whatever. But their big sister actually, Hattie stayed with her on Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night, because we had to take according to the airport yesterday morning at 5:30. Hudson wanted to do that, so he stayed there. And then last night she wanted to stay with her again. So after Krista got off work, she went and got her. So it's just me and Hudson. And when you separate them, it seems to be fine. You put them together, it's like two beta fishes, right? They're going to fight. So that has helped me a lot, but because there's been no major fighting, but it was still a stressor yesterday. At a place there, they sent me a thing in the morning. They're like, "Hey, what are the chances of getting like 240 transfers by today?" I said, "Well, what size and what are you looking at?" And so I said, "Okay, here's what it is. Here's costs and stuff. You let me know if you want to do it." We went back and forth, and they had to cut the order in half because they weren't sure what they were going to need. So we did that. So I mean, that was 4 hours of printing just straight for them. And that's the thing is, I try and work as much as I can with any of our local people. I don't look at it as competition; they're co-opetition. Let's work together to make things better. I went and talked to them because they have a DTF printer and bought from Cold SE. Don't ever buy from Cold SE, folks. There's two places, Cold SE and OmniPrint, that seem to be after they will sell you products, but after the fact they seem to not give you the best service. Some people have had luck, but a lot haven't. And they're ones that haven't. So I said, let's take a look. Here's my suggestions on the stuff. Here's who I use and who I go through. And then next thing you know, there might be more of a partnership that's there. So I'm excited about what the future holds with that. But it was definitely a stressful day yesterday. Just trying to make sure that the kids got fed. They made sure that they were taken care of. And summer hinders that because usually they're at school. It's summertime, Mr. Mom. I got to pay a little more attention to them. Like if you go outside, don't touch anything, don't play with anybody, don't do anything wrong because I don't want to take you to the hospital. So yeah, you got that. There's that fun stuff there. Let's finish checking in and seeing here. Christy, good morning to you in Memphis. It is too muggy. Breathing through a wet towel muggy. You love those. Yeah. Thanks, Renee. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for helping me out. Help me out with that this morning. Renee's 5 things: assemble earrings, press shirts, engrave graduation gift, ship orders, breakfast with a friend. I checked my calendar. I don't see any breakfast, so that is not with me. T-Town started at 7:30 one time at a golf outing. So yeah, okay, we'll get in. Let me finish checking in here and see. 66 in Toledo. It's 69 in Wisconsin. Expected to be 91 in T-Town. I have a no call, no show for tent appointment. Oh, now designing a phone case. Got 2 other tent jobs coming today. Still working on that 100-piece hat order and placed another blank hat order. Okay, so before we get to the earliest of drinking, let's ask this. On appointments like that, do you require a deposit? Because we got into this conversation with a hairdresser because, it feels like my nose is running a little. My nose is running. Because, you set appointment, you set up time, you do this, and then when it cancels, you're taking money out of your pocket, your day, because now that spot that you had, filled is vacant. So are you charging a deposit for them to do it? For them to reserve that? We've got our hairstylist friends and our tattoo friends. That's what it's doing. It's like, hey, you're paying a deposit, you're paying 50% down or whatever beforehand, and it's good for one reschedule, and then after that, you're just losing it. And we're actually their no call no shows have dropped significantly because of that. Because people are making sure they're attending those, or they're rescheduling stuff in advance. Now, family emergencies happen, things like that, but they call, hey, here's what's going on with it. This particular one, no call, no show in the morning. I can talk to them. Oh, something came up. I totally forgot about it. Okay, well then they had their daughter scheduled for appointment in the afternoon and blew that one off too. So it was like 4 hours out of her day that was just gone, gone. So I'm a firm believer, if you're something like that where it's a service-based thing and you can get the deposit to help out with that. Yeah, okay. Renee says earliest drinking, it's have to say 5-ish in airport. Yeah, I'm there with it, but what if it's not in the airport? Good morning, Facebook user, FU. Facebook and StreamYard don't always play nice together, so what you can do is head over to right here, fatdadlive.com. That'll get you into the YouTube side of things. While you're there, make sure to like, subscribe, share. If you could be so kind to share that, to get that out, to do thumbs up, to do all those likes, to do all that, it really helps us. We're going to talk about analytics on something here in a second on YouTube in just to give you an idea of what you just need to keep posting. And it doesn't really matter on stuff. So let me get that off here. Let me get back to comments. And Sarah says, always drink at the airport. I'm with you on that one. Ours is like, we got to remember, we have the regional airport, and I don't even think they serve booze at 5 a.m, so we can't there. Yeah, we would travel well together. Yeah, I mean, we drink plenty of times. Let's see. And then T-Sun, we do a deposit, but with sunroof only. But if it's normal job, only way you get on my schedule. Love that. Love that. And yes, they do get a reschedule. Yeah, and you mean because we know things happen. And there's a difference between a reschedule, like, hey, it's 3 days out or something. Hey, something came up, those are different. Emergencies, there's this forgetful. Oh, okay, but now I'm taking this marketing class that we've been going through. And there's a lot of things on that back end where my plan is to implement them into our business. And then if I can make everything work the way that I expect it to work, then to offer it as a service. But within this day of reminders and text reminders and things like that, you can just set that stuff. And hey, you have an appointment tomorrow at this. Hey, today your appointment is at this time. Hey, you have an appointment in an hour. To send all those reminders so they can't be like, oh, I forgot about it. So we're looking. Good morning. I'm from Apopka, Orlando, Florida. The weather. I think we're in the midst of a hurricane. I heard it's getting a little wicked down there. We will be in Orlando in November. We'll be in the Orlando area because we're going to Disney cruise. So we will be down there. It'll be fun. Jillian, good morning to you. Good morning to you. We spoke this morning. Good morning. George, good morning to you. And Christy, my 5 things: design narcotics until shirts. What? Help me with that one. Design narcotics until shirts. That sounds good. Fulfill sticker orders, complete laser files, contemplate listing on Etsy, update next week's agenda. Love that. And we do that a lot too on Fridays. At the end of the day, try to make sure we're set up for the next day, and then we can push it off from there. That's what we do some fun stuff with that. I just saw a dog, and that means Hudson is wandering around. So it threw me off for a second. Let's see. Unit. Okay. Okay. All right. Design narcotics unit. Okay. That makes more sense. I'm good with that. So let's start off on the drinking side of things. So it was about 6 o'clock, and I wanted something to drink. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to grab a lemonade, because why not? There's cans of lemonade. So I'm going to grab a lemonade. I have my Alani of this, and then I grab my lemonade, which, you notice what that says right there? Yeah, you see that? You see that word right there? You see that one right there? Yeah. Yep. Didn't realize it, 6 o'clock this morning that I was drinking booze. I thought about it, I was like, oh, but I didn't think about it. I grabbed 2 cans out, cracked open this one, and yeah. So I guess I'm an alcoholic because I started drinking and didn't even realize it. I don't have anything more to say to that. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. I'm like, this lemonade is awesome this morning. Well, that's because it's booze, kid. Well, it's like, man, this would be good with some strawberries in it. And then I start thinking, I'm like, this is going to be a strawberry lemonade kind of day. It's going to be a great day. Yeah, I'm the only adult, here. And this is why I cannot be left without adult supervision, because I do stuff like this at 6 o'clock in the morning, where it's like, why not? Why not go ahead and have a drink at 6 in the morning and just keep it rolling all day? Oh, I know, because I'm Mr. Mom and there's only one adult in the house. So if things goes to crap, I just can't do that all day. So shame on me, but I guess things happening. I don't know. That was my that's my morning so far. So once I realized that today is going to be an amazing day. No matter what happens, I have laughter in my heart. I screwed something up. It's Corey's birthday. I don't get to celebrate it with her. So I'm probably going to send her dirty pictures all day just to, just because she's going to be in class. And why not have some fun while she's helping out in class for her to just be like, oh, I can't open my phone or do anything with that, because, hey, that's the kind of funness I can have today. We'll take care of her for her birthday when she gets back next week. But we've got stuff to get done. I've tried to keep knowing that she was going to be out of town yesterday and today light. Yesterday did not happen because knowing when that order comes in, and that's where I said, our standard production time is like those 3 to 5 business days. And the reason being, and we're closer to that 3 side right now, but reason being is because we'll have those rush orders that'll come in, those same day services where, it's 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet of things. We have our VIP members where, they're front of line service. So they're going to go out. So we do all that. We have the people that I had somebody this morning that says, hey, can I get rush jobs printed today and shipped and have them tomorrow? Absolutely. You just got to select the rush options. I remember that too, when you do Saturday delivery, Saturday UPS is always more expensive than next day. That's just how it works. So, if you're willing to pay, I'm willing to print. And that's something to think about when you're scheduling out jobs and that. But where the hell was I going with that? Maybe I've had too much already. No, I haven't. But anyway, like I said, I try and schedule that so when those come in, I'm not super stressed about it. And knowing that she was going to be gone, I'm like, okay, here's the stuff I got to get done. I'm just trying to get all production work out early so that way, I can kind of not let Hudson be on his own all day. Here, I can do computer stuff. I can do that. I can do that from a laptop and then at least be in the vicinity of them. Great thing about it being like blazing hot outside is they only want to be out for a limited time because it's hot and they don't want that. And they want to get in the pool and like no pool because I'm not there. So that'll, it's a tomorrow thing. But I can convince them, hey, it's hot outside. Why don't you just stay in and just watch some movies or something? And that makes it way easier for me. So spiked lemonades for breakfast, following up with the Witch's Brew caramel apple is the way to go with it. Let's see, where else were we? Teton says, I have a CRM for my appointment and all that cool stuff, like scheduling, invoicing, inventory, proposal reminders, and all that. Even send reviews, request automatically after. Awesome. What are you doing for reminders to them? So, like right now, like you said on that tip one, no call, no show. Did they get a reminder going to them, via email or text beforehand? Or because one of the things that I have found as well is that my system is only as good as me, because I still have to put the input in there. I still have to make sure, hey, okay, it's tagged with this tag. So when it goes here, it does this, it does this, it does this. If I don't do that, it doesn't work. And that's the same thing with like inventory programs. I have people say, what are you using for inventory? How are you doing that? Like, listen, it doesn't matter if you're using a notepad or you build your own in whatever that is, Google Sheets or Excel, or if you have something in your equity or e-commerce, whatever you're using for that, it is only as good as the information you give it. So if you're not updating it when new product comes in, then how does it know what's there? So, it goes with a lot of stuff. It's only as good as what you put in. It was pretty good, Renee. It is pretty good. It was pretty good. I think maybe I might have another one throughout the day. I'm definitely having one on a golf cart ride tonight. But I think that with a little strawberry rum, double pound that. Yeah, that could be a great thing. Summertime drink is my strawberry rum and lemonade. That's my kind of my go-to for it. So there might be one of those on the cart ride tonight. Square appointments take deposits and automatically send reminders to the clients. There you go. That's what Sarah says. With the Square appointments, it takes deposits and automatically sends reminders to the client. It is. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I mean, and it was like 6 a.m. So it was definitely 5 o'clock somewhere. Those spike lemonades are awesome. I started enjoying carbless. That's got to be something without carbs, I'm betting, right? All flavors as well. I don't know. I think Corey picked this up, and for whatever reason, I just thought they were personal lemonades. Whoops. Hopefully, I haven't given any to the kids. T-Town Years goes 24 hours before and 1 hour before. So, see, they have no reason not to show up, right? That's the thing. We do everything on our part to make sure that they're there. And when they don't, yeah, give me your money because you are not getting it there. What else was I going to talk about? I got stuff on our plate for today. We've got print. We've got invoice, we've got mock-ups, we've got update the website, we've got shipping stuff. So we've got, a decent day ahead of us. There's some other stuff, press shirts, but I think that job's going to get moved to Monday. I got some on those mock-ups. I've got to make sure those get done. But yeah, overall, I think it's going to be a great day. I really do. I think overall things are going to work out well today. Um, I think we're going to make the best of it, right? At the end of the day, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then why are you doing it, right? Like, if you're not enjoying this and you're finding that it's a hassle or that it's a struggle or you're just unhappy every time you walk into your space, why? Why are you doing it? Get out, right? If it's not doing what you need it to do for you, you need to make that change. Either you need to change what's going on internally and fix those problems so that you do enjoy coming, or you just need to get out altogether because one day you have a job and you don't enjoy it. And nobody wants that. I don't. I enjoy coming in. I enjoy working. I enjoy working, 50% more hours than when I was in the corporate world for 50% less money. That's just how it goes. I enjoy the freedom that it allows us to have. We've traveled way more now that I've ran this, and we went full time on it than what we did before. And the main reason before that, or because of that, was, at the job, 2-3 weeks vacation. That was it. It was only 2 or 3 times a year that we were doing stuff, and really it was only one. Now it's like, hey, we're going to this show for the weekend. We're going to that show for the weekend. This week was, hey, do I go down to Atlanta to, judge the skills competition, or does Corey go work down at TumblerCon? Well, Corey trumped out, and she got to, her birthday week, she got to decide, hey, do you want to go to Atlanta again? Because that's what we did last year at her birthday, or do you want to head down there? She wanted to head down there. So TumblerCon is where she's at. We've done 2 trips this year. Corey's been out of the country, right? Yeah, she's been out of the country, I think twice so far. But we were out in California, we were out in Vegas. Then we always have our Chicago shows. We're gonna head down to Orlando. I think we're gonna be in Nashville in September, and there's something else that might come along. But I love the freedom that it allows. So at the end of the day, I think there's more than just money involved, right? Can money buy happiness? Absolutely. Money definitely helps. Money definitely helps, but having that ability to do what you want when you want, and knowing you gotta put in the work to get it back out. You just have to. And then kind of looking at your business, of if it's not where it's at, why? Why isn't your business at where it's at? And I will say that most things, if I had to put a percentage on it, I would not. If I said 95%, it wouldn't be surprising. 95% of people's problems is they don't have enough sales, right? You don't have the sales coming in to support what they needed to do. And so then you got to look at, why is that out there? Are you not putting that stuff out there? I mean, if you're not asking for a sale every day, why not? Why are you not trying to sell yourself every day? I know that sounds a little dirty, but yes, you need to sell yourself every day. What you're doing, how you can help them, the problem solver, all of that. Put your stuff out there. And when you say, they don't want to be that forceful, then this probably isn't for you then, right? Because you need to be. Think anything that, pick anything that you like, anything that you want to do, anything there, anything that you make a purchase on, anything you hear on the radio. How many times do you hear the same song a day, right? Like, how many times you see the same commercial a day? Or if you're watching a specific program, how many times you see that same commercial in that program? How many times do you hear, like the news, I don't even know why, but for whatever reason, we were watching regular TV. I don't remember what it was. It still throws me off because there's commercials and all of that. But that's when I noticed things. It was like, even leading up to the 10 o'clock news, there was, I probably think, 4 or 5 news previews for it. Hey, make sure you tune in for this. Hey, make sure, because they're trying to keep you stuck around, trying to keep you there. So those are things that you need to be doing too, right? You need to be every day asking for a sale, every day, every single day asking for a sale. And now you're like, well, I got these sales, but I can't manage them. Okay, well, now you have a better problem, because now you have sales and you just need to work on getting that product out there. So then you figure out, okay, do I need to hire somebody in? Can I sub some of the stuff out? But it all starts with the sales. You need to get those sales out there. Didn't know that about Square, about the appointments. Now you do, Barb. See, we learned something. I wish I could find a good one for the t-shirt side of business. Like the CRM I have for my tech business, for around the same price. I would love that. But I don't think there is one that I pay $100 for. Okay, so Here's my question to you, T-Town, is on that one that you have for that business, what can't it do that you need it to do for the t-shirt side of it? Because this isn't a product for product or job for job. Could you make that work for it? And they have ones out there for, Inksoft, Tavo, whatever they're going to be. There's a few on those, but they're pricey. Monday is a good one where you can, scheduler things with that. And you can kind of use Monday and, why can I not think of it right now? Where it'll do this to this, if this, then that. We use it too, and I can't even think of what it is because I put it in there. I put it in my Monday, and then it'll automatically add it to different spots in it. Oh, I'm gonna go so far because I can't remember what that is called. I'm gonna have to look for it, and then I'll post what it is. What is it? Somebody give me some of those automation ones. Let's see. Yep, we got that one in there for the tint serum. Yeah, and that's so. What are you able to morph it over in the t-shirt side of it? Jane S., good morning to you. And Sarah says they use Asana. Yep, Zapier. Zapier. Yep, because I think Zapier. Yep, use Zapier because then you can be on Monday, use that over there, and then it'll send it wherever you need it to. But then once again, it is only as good as the information you put in. If we're not putting that information in, it's not going to get out there. And that's, I find that I fall into that, some of it. It could work for both, but I have two separate business names, so it wouldn't be separated like that. So that would be one big issue. Can you do it as a department though? So, like tint, is that all tint jobs, or is it, like you have sunroof, you have, windshield, front windows, or is it just all one category? Could you create a separate category just for the apparel side of things? And then everything would go in that. So it may have that one up there. But the other thing, if the program works and it could just be that way, and you say it's cheap at $100 a month, why not just get it again for the t-shirt side of things, and then see if you can make it work for that, right? I mean, that's an option there. Brian, if you're still in here, are you using Monday to Zapier? Are you still using any of the Printavo stuff? I wasn't sure if you are or not. And it would be sent by Tint Wiz, not T-Shirt Wiz. Okay, so you get that same program, like I said, because that makes sense to me now, because it's two completely different things. So to come out of that, could you just get that? And now you have, the Tint Wiz, everything's through there, and the T-Shirt Wiz, and run everything through that one. Because if you like how everything is set up and it's doing in there, would that process pull over there? Inksoft and Monday. And how is that all still working well for you? Or has any of the changes been, how are those changes been? I think that's the best way to say that without sounding too snarky or something. I need to take a drink. Man, I'm telling you, if you like caramel apple, go find those. Witch's Brew, Alania, energy drink. This one, calories, 15 calories in one can. What's the horrible part to it? 7% sodium, so you've got that rocking in there. But it's got, I don't know, it's got a bunch of vitamins and other stuff, whatever. Some other stuff that 110%. So I think it's good. But yes, go with that. Witch's Brew energy drink. Thank you, Long Beach, for finding that for us. That's where we came across it. And the changes have been negative. And I was really hoping that, that whole merger, acquisition, everything come together, that there was going to be some downs, right? They're trying to figure it all out. But then by now, we'd start seeing the ups of it. Like, here's everything switching it. We're trying to condense this, move this here. There's going to be some growing pains with it. That's when I figured there would be a price increase in there. It just seems like as soon as the merger happened, boom, price increase. We're taking stuff away. Stuff no longer works the way it did. We're going to figure it out when we figure it out. You either pay it or you don't pay it. And it seems, where things just lagged, wasn't doing what it needed to in a timely manner. And, oh, look, see Brian right there. It still works, but it's super slow. Yeah, see? Christy, you do as well. Have a great weekend. Business call time. Go close the sale. Close that sale, Christy. You got this. We know you can get out there and get it. I was saying that if I sent a T-shirt, then it would say TintWiz. Yep, like it does when I send tint. I am a coach for the TintWiz CRM. It could work, but I would like to just find one that worked. I think we would all like to find one that worked, and that's what I said on the tint side. Is that a standalone CRM? Like, say I bought it, right? If I bought it, it wouldn't be the TintWiz one, right? I'd put my info in there, so it'd be Fat Dad Print Co. So could you do that on the T-shirt side? I think that's what I'm seeing if it was there. And Sarah said that she just recently switched from Inksoft. It got so slow, updates crashing constantly, and I wanted to love it and stay loyal, but no thanks. So Sarah, what are you using now on that side of it? Because you're a whiz and you built your website, right? And then you are running Chipley, if I remember correctly. So you're running Chipley for your stores, but what are you doing for that missing piece there? And Jerry's checking in. Tina Cup, rain in 66 in Ohio, cleaning up doggy accidents. That doesn't sound fun. Jerry, if you missed it, we've got the green apple. It's a caramel apple line, but I started drinking early this morning. Right there with the spiked lemonade. That was a great thing to have. Let's see. For the T-shirt business, are you a Square now? I'm not a big fan of that, only for credit cards. Okay, so for us, we use Ecwid. And then with Ecwid, I can put things where it needs to go. So when a sale comes in, it can go with Zapier. I can send it to do things that it needs to do. So a sale comes in, emails come in. I can run everything through Monday and get it out to go from that way. But on the Ecwid side of things, it can... So we use quite a few different things, So for our base site, we have Ecwid, right? Payment processing on it. We use PayPal and Square. Those are the two that we main for that. Now I am looking at their Lightspeed, and I think today we're going to start using Stripe for it. And the only reason is when Square was doing recurring payments. And so when we started the VIP membership, that was one of the big things, was in Ecwid at that time, you really couldn't do it right. And so Square was like, okay, we can do it. Well, they really can't do it, because what it's doing is it's sending out an invoice. So what should be recurring, so somebody paid for this, like right now, we'll do the VIP membership. If you buy today, you won't be charged again until August 4th. So we're setting everything up to go out on the 4th. Well, it'll send you the invoice on the 4th. So if you don't pay it, then it has to keep resending it. And it's just creating, here for the 2 months, I'm like, this isn't working the way it needed to. So I can set it up with Stripe, and then it'll just automatically do it. So then it just charges your card automatically, and then I don't have to send out reminders and do all this, and my automation will be a lot faster. So we are going to do that. So that way it's taken out from there. I like, having that recurring revenue stream is a nice stream to have, as long as it's a seamless process. Trying to do anything where I have to manually make sure that stuff is sent and processed, it is kind of a pain. So we're going to work on switching that over. So that's what we have on those two. And then we use Monday in Zapier, and then we use MailChimp. Now, I'm looking at seeing if I can dump some of that and get into another system that's in this marketing class that I'm in now. We might be able to do it. And I'm not going to say much about it until after we use it, because me, I'm not going to say, hey, go check this out, and it turns out to be crap. So I'm going to go through it, see if I like it, and that, because it can be $100 a month, $300 a month, depending on where it's at. But for what we're paying for the other stuff, it could be worth it. And it's more of the CRM side of things, that's what we really need help with. It's going to help me on, and then throw in there, I've got Repurpose for all of our content too. So I'll post a short on YouTube, and then Repurpose will take that short and it'll post it on our Instagram, it'll post it on our Facebook feed, and it'll post it on our TikTok. So, we've got a lot of different moving parts in it, and I want to try and condense that down. And that's what I'm hoping with this marketing thing. I'll be able to get a bigger handle on that. Your name will show up as the business, but when it sends a message, I'll say, TintWiz would like you to fill out this form to get a quote. Gotcha. Is there any way to fix that? Is there? Corey is gone and you're drinking, right? yeah, I don't have no adult supervision, and I started drinking from it, and it was it's a it's an amazing thing. Is it an online marketing class? Yes and no. It was a course that I've been back and forth. I've taken quite a few different courses from this and learned it, but it was a live thing that they had put on and then ran a course with it. And I knew I wasn't going to have time to do it when everything was live, but I wanted to get more information on it because it was more on the AI side of things and marketing. And I bet I don't go more than 3 days with somebody asking us how we set up our stores, how we do something in our business, how we do this, how we do that, how we're scheduling posts. And so I said, well, what I just need to do is I think I know what I need to do. I need to create a system that makes it just streamlined for people and be like, here, just buy this and we can help you do it. And so that's kind of what I was looking at as a way to condense my stuff and then to be able to offer that service to others because it's not going to be perfect. Nothing out there is perfect, but it will help some. We've got I've got a couple of friends' businesses that are in different industries lined up, and we're going to try and run it for them as well. And just see because I need to see if I can make it work for our business, great, because then it's easy enough to me to go to other decorators and be like, okay, here's what we do, here's how it is. It's going to run you $500,000 a month, whatever tiered system, however you figured out from it. But we want to make sure that it works across the board. And partnering up with somebody that does have that experience on that side of it and being able to work with them, yeah, if I can earn a little bit off of them and help another small business with their marketing side of things and growing it from there, it's a win-win-win across the board. So I'm trying to get as much learning as I can on the process, their products, their everything that they have with their company, so that way I can be better informed. Be like, okay, here's my ideas, here's how this can we make this work together, and then hey, yeah, so it works. It works out really well. It's nice in our business when we have so many people that are in different parts of it. At different stages of it. We have people that are they're happy when they make $100 a month, and we have other ones that are making 100,000 a month, 500,000 a month. It's crazy, but I like being able to gather viewpoints from all because we've all been at one stop in our life, one spot there or not. Xavier's integrated with TintWiz, but I'm not too familiar with it. Like when I schedule something, it's supposed to go to my Google Calendar. Got it. But it only makes it for the day. I've got it set on not for the day it is scheduled for, but it only makes it for the day that I've set it on, not for the day that it's scheduled for. Gotcha. I had to reread that for it to make sense in my head. So yeah, when we're there, I'm happy to show it. But the thing is working through it. There's a couple businesses that the partner that I'm working with on this that he is super familiar with, and so it's like, okay, what are all the questions I'm going to ask? How can this build out from there? How can we do the content? It's just doing that. So I found resources to help with that. On the back side of things, just not everybody knows, but we're working with 4 businesses now on all of their social media stuff. So helping build that back into things. The worst thing about that is when you're helping somebody to go through and be like, yes, we can do that for you. We can show you how to do it. We can do this. There's a monetarily gain in there. But when they're expecting to see some kind of results and we're like, well, you haven't given us any content. Hey, we said, here's what we need out of you. We would like to have 20 pieces of content a month because then we can repurpose that into other things. It's only 4 a week, right? Like one a day. Give me one. If you need me one a day and we can make that work for it, get me some of this, fill this out. What can we do from this? But when content's not being provided, we can't post things. We can't make things. We can't do things. So that goes for any of you that are looking at hiring a marketing firm or the marketing help out your business. Really look and see, what it is they need from you. What is it that you need? Okay, I need to make sure that I'm giving you, 25 pictures or 3 videos or stories or whatever. It just depends on what they're doing. We're looking at creating blogs. We're looking at doing posts and reels, videos, shorts, YouTubes, we're looking across the gamut for them, and these are going to be the ones that we're like, okay, here's what we started with, and here's what we went to. A lot of 2 of them had no Facebook presence at all. So to show, hey, last week we didn't do much of anything, but just by the power of being able to do the @ symbol and tag the business and different things, you get 3,000 views, and that's organically. Your page has 14 followers, whatever. You didn't have it. We haven't hit your email list. We haven't hit put anything out there. It's just growing organically with it. So to show that, to look at that, to see that, I think it came in that there was 4 sales that came off of it. It's like, okay, so you had 4 sales that came in from that, and we haven't done anything. So the more info that you can put in it, the more product that you can put out there. And that's where the same in our business. I really should be telling all these people to piss off. And so I take that time that I'm using to help on that and grow ours. We're at a point where I'm comfortable where we're at. I would love to be more, but if I can help some other businesses and do that and make that a proven thing, then maybe I can juggle less and do more, if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense or not. Sorry, doing the text to speech, so it's not typing everything correctly. Hey, my text to speech is my mouth to my eyes, and it doesn't always work there. So much left to do as a business. Yeah, running a business is hard. It just is. You see these, get rich quick things, just spend, $97 a month, or spend this and spend that, and all your dreams will come true and your problems will go away, which is a complete line of crap. I take everything with, a grain of salt, where you're going to learn as much as you can, but there may be parts of it you already know. I mean, I spent $1,000 in a course, and I knew probably 85% of it. I 100% know for a fact that I was about 75% more versed in what was being taught than people that were teaching it. And so I picked up a couple things, but there's some other things along the way where it's like, okay, this seems so remedial. And that's where I knew, oh, okay, I do know more than I think I do on certain things. But there was always the upsell. Okay, well, hey, you went through this and it was $1,000. The next one is $5,000. The next one was $10,000 and then $25,000. I love the ladder system, but I need to see that value in it. And being in that $1,000 one where there was next to no value in it for me, not because it was bad content, it was great content. I just already knew that. So that's where the implementation, and that's what was the 15% that I found was the biggest part of it, is me not implementing things, me not taking the time to work on the business, not in the business. So as we get through this week, the rest of this month, and we start up the second half of the year, it'll be here before you know it. What are those goals for that? Mine is there's going to be dedicated time every day, Monday through Friday, 1 hour minimum, to work on the business. And what does work on the business means? It means growing sales, growing the business, not doing designs because, or doing bundles or setting up stuff like that. That's business work. I need to be, setting up email campaigns. I need to be paying closer attention to the analytics. I need to be setting time aside to film. So, if I need to be doing at least an hour a day of working on the business. So we head up July, and next week I'll post more so we can get in there to get what goals are. So we can, there's a few of you that put your goals out there for the year, and we can see where stuff is, because I need to get back into it. Like somebody asked me about what are those things? Temporary tattoos. We had a discussion about that, and they're like, I'm not sure how to sell them. How does that work with pricing? So I walked them through it, and they're like, oh, that was great. Like, can you show me that again? I'm like, well, what do you mean? They're like, I just need to see it there. So it was like, here's what it costs you per sheet. So the more you order, and they don't all have to be the same, the more you order, the cheaper they get. Now here's how you can fit it on there. The difference between a 1-inch tattoo and a 2-inch tattoo is like 4 times in cost, because it uses 4 times as much. So if you can stick to 1 inch, you're going to get more. And I said, they're pretty big in the party scene. And by party scene, I mean like birthday parties, things like that. They help out with that. And so I said, well, let's look worst case scenario, right? I said, you got your stuff scheduled up. I said, how many parties are you doing, on a weekend? And they said, on average, we're doing 3 to 6. I'm like, okay, 3 to 6 parties. So if you can have that, and on the temporary tattoos, let's just say that they cost you $12 a sheet. On each sheet, you can fit 20 tattoos, right? Well, you're going to upcharge that $25. We have a $25 pack, and everybody gets a temporary tattoo, happy birthday, whatever, person's name on it, whatever you want to have on that. They're like, yeah, but I'm going to get shipping, and that's going to be $8. So now I'm at 20, and I'm only making 7. I'm like, but if you're doing 3 to 6 parties, that's already scheduled off. So you order all of them together, you put it in here, and you just do that. I said it's an upsell, and I said you don't have to do anything except collect money, send the artwork over. The same artwork you're using to create the banners, to create all the other materials with it, you're doing it there. And they're like, that light bulb moment went off. Like, that makes sense. So anytime you're doing any of that stuff, if you're doing stuff for schools, if you're doing stuff for bands, if you're doing stuff for fun runs and that, temporary tattoos are a quick, easy upsell for them. And the sizing is what matters, because, if you can get, 20, 40 of them on a sheet, man, what's that cost on it? And when you're ordering a bunch, so I would definitely, that's something that I think Tuesday with Todd, we might have to dive more into temporary tattoos and how you can make money reselling temporary tattoos. So if that sounds like a plan, it's something you like, put it in the comments. Yes, I want to learn more about temporary tattoos. I'm going to make a post in the group asking, and if that's the case, then I will set up content for Tuesday on that. So yeah, here it is. And exactly, and clean up after dog poo. I hope there's no dog poo up there, but here it is. We went super long today. Thank you all for sticking around. We will be back here Monday morning Mindset, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If we want to hear more about tattoos, put those in the comments, and we'll set up Tuesday with Todd, 5 p.m. next Tuesday on that. I'm going to post it in the group, and let's just say I need 25 people to say, yes, I want to learn more about temporary tattoos on that post, then I will do it. So I'll put all that info in the group, and that way everybody can, comment in there. And then we can go from there. Because Barb, you've got a white toner, right? You've got a white toner, and it's super simple. Like tattoo paper, yeah, it's the stuff that we use is a little cashier, but we found the quality is just there for it, and that's what makes sense for it. So that will be Tuesday. So I've already got 2, right? I've got 2, like, because Sarah wants to hear about it too. So there's 2. So we're 2 out of the 25. So we'll make a post on that. I'll have it on here. I'll put it in the group. Let me go, because then I'll make something up for it, and we'll talk about how you can make money with temporary tattoos, reselling temporary tattoos, or if you're able to print them yourself, that's just more money that you can make, right? Like Barb, we can talk about it. Barb's able to print them herself, so she gets to even make more money. So I don't see a problem with that at all. All right. So yeah, we got that. We got stuff to get done. There is quite a bit of stuff I need to get working on here. Corey's away, so while the cat's away, this mouse will not play. This mouse has way too much to get done. Keep the kids safe. It's going to be a hot weekend this weekend, so we're just going to do whatever. I don't know. All right. You guys have an amazing weekend. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys Monday.